This morning, as Trent mentioned, temperatures continue to drop, reaching dangerously low levels and putting people in danger.
Multiple community organizations, they're stepping up to keep people out of harm's way and warm. Our Mike Holden joins us live in Akron from an emergency overnight shelter. And Mike, this is just brutally important right now.
I mean, it's critical to get this information out there for anybody who has no place to go. Maybe you have a family member or a friend. We know being outside in these temperatures, it is brutal. However, imagine having to live outside with no place to stay. That's where this emergency overnight shelter right here in Akron along East Voris is such an important element. We actually walked inside roughly 10 minutes ago and I spotted for myself at least 30 people utilizing the services here. You can come to this location. They are open until 8 o'clock this morning, and I was just told by security guards that they plan to extend the duration of time for the next week. But let's give you some more information this morning. As you guys know, it is bitterly cold, but countless communities are really stepping up to those in need. Here in Akron, the city announced it is extending hours at the Summit Lake Community Center today and tomorrow from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. Community centers will open during normal business hours as well, and if needed, the city says they will extend hours based upon these freezing temperatures. In Cleveland, the city mission is in zero turnaway mode. This all started back on January 2nd. Their women's facility for women and children has now served more than 45 women and kids during this critical duration of time, and it's also happening at the main campus for men. Food, clothing, blankets, and beds are there to make this challenging time a little easier. It's important to note there is no time limit on your stay, and once the weather breaks, they will work to coordinate additional efforts to help folks get to another safe place. And in Paynesville, we got to talk about the Sub-Zero mission, which is veteran-focused and backed. They work to give out warming items like gloves, hats, coats, and shoes to homeless individuals on the streets. Their mission is simple. Nobody should freeze to death here in America. They focus on supporting, protecting, and feeding veterans so they can survive during this rough winter.
We know you're not safe, in the cold weather. If you're living in your car, at a bus stop, whatever it might be, we want to get them out of harm's way as soon as possible.
When we're out in these circumstances, especially on these blistering cold nights, it really puts things into perspective to make you really realistically look and be thankful for a lot of the things that you do have, that you do take for granted of, and those are the daily necessities.
Really puts things into perspective. Now, there are multiple warming centers open today in the greater Cleveland area, west side, downtown, everything in between. You see them right here. They're open from 11:30 until 10 o'clock tonight. You can find additional information on news5cleveland.com and our website. And back out here live in Akron in front of the emergency overnight shelter. Again, they are open until 8 o'clock this morning. They say there is such a need. They are going to extend the duration of time for how long this shelter will be here, guys. Of course, we'll continue to follow the latest, and I'll have a new report coming up in about an hour.
Yeah, and it's great to see that there is some help out there if people need it. Thanks, Mike.